All right, folks. So you've heard about Microsoft Teams. Maybe your boss mentioned it, or perhaps your school is using it. You might be wondering, what is this Teams thing anyway? Well, let me tell you, it's a pretty big deal in today's world. Think of it like a super-powered chat room, but for getting serious work done. It's a hub, a central place for all your communication and collaboration needs. It's designed to bring people together, no matter where they are, to work on projects and share ideas. Microsoft, the clever clogs who make Windows and Office, built Teams. They wanted to create a space where groups of people could easily talk, meet, and share files. Millions of people around the globe fire up Teams every single day. Big companies use it to keep their massive workforces connected. Small businesses use it to stay nimble and organized. Even schools and universities are using it to teach lessons and help students work together on assignments. So, who exactly uses Teams? Well, pretty much anyone who needs to work with others. If you're in an office, chances are your company is using it or thinking about it. If you're a student, your teachers might use it to share coursework or hold online classes. Freelancers use it to connect with clients, but for work and school, Teams is a real powerhouse, helping everyone stay on the same page. It's all about boosting productivity and making collaboration smoother than a freshly paved road. Right then, you're convinced Teams is worth a shot. Good on ya. So, where do you actually get this magical software? You don't want to be downloading it from some dodgy website, that's for sure. The best and safest place to download Microsoft Teams is directly from Microsoft's own website. Just open your favorite web browser, like Edge, Chrome, or Firefox. Type in a search query like "Download Microsoft Teams" into Google or Bing. Usually the very first link that pops up will be the official Microsoft page. Click on that. Or if you want to be super direct, you can often go to look for a big button that says something like "Download Teams" or "Download for Desktop." Microsoft is pretty smart, so their website will often detect what kind of computer you have. If you're on a Windows PC, it'll offer you the Windows version. If you're on a Mac, it'll suggest the Mac version. Once you're sure, go ahead and click that download button and save the file somewhere you can find it easily, like your downloads folder. Okay, so you've downloaded the Teams installer file. Nice one. It's probably sitting in your downloads folder looking all eager. Now it's time to actually install the application on your computer. First things first, find that downloaded file. It will likely be named something like, if you're on a 64-bit Windows PC, or something similar for a Mac, like a file. Double-click on it to get the process started. Once you double-click the installer, your computer might ask you for permission. This is perfectly normal. Microsoft Teams is a legitimate application, so you can confidently click yes or allow. The installer will then whir into action. For Windows users, Teams often installs itself pretty automatically. It's designed to be simple. Just follow any on-screen prompts if they appear. Once the installation is complete, Microsoft Teams will often launch itself for the first time automatically. If it doesn't, don't panic. You should be able to find it in your Start menu on Windows, or in your Applications folder on a Mac. Congratulations! You've successfully installed Microsoft Teams. The next step is to sign in and start exploring what it can do for you. Alright, Teams is installed and ready to roll. When you open it for the first time, or after it installs, the first thing you'll see is a sign-in screen. To use Microsoft Teams, you generally need a Microsoft account. If your work or school uses Microsoft 365, then you probably already have an account ready to go. So, on that sign-in screen, you'll see a box asking for your email, phone, or Skype name. Go ahead and type in the email address associated with your Microsoft Teams account. For most people, this will be their work or school email. After typing your email, click the Next or Sign In button. Carefully type in your password. Once you've entered your password correctly, click the Sign In button. If your organization has extra security set up like two-factor authentication, 2FA, you might get an extra step here. If all your details are correct, Teams will sign you in. Woohoo! You're in! Section 5. The Grand Tour, Finding Your Way Around Teams. So, you're signed in. Awesome. Now you're looking at the main Teams window. It might seem like there's a lot going on, but don't worry. It's actually quite logically laid out. The most important part of the interface is usually a navigation bar on the left-hand side. This bar has a bunch of icons, and these are your main gateways to different parts of Teams. At the very top of this left-hand bar, you'll often find Activity. This is like your notification center. If someone mentions you in a channel or replies to your message or calls you, you'll see an alert here. Below that, you'll usually see Chat. This is where your one-on-one conversations and small group chats live. Next down is a really important one, Teams. This is where the magic of collaboration happens. When you click here, you'll see a list of all the teams you're a part of. Each team can have different channels inside it, which are like dedicated topics or projects. Below Teams, you'll likely find Calendar. This syncs up with your Outlook calendar and shows all your meetings. Further down the bar, you might see Calls. This section lets you make voice and video calls to your contacts, check your call history, and listen to voicemails. Section 6. Team up. Joining or making your own crew. Microsoft Teams is all about, well, teams. So how do you actually get into one? Or if you're feeling adventurous, how do you create your own? Let's start with joining an existing team. Often, if you're part of an organization, you might automatically be added to some teams by your IT department or your manager. These will just appear in your teams list on the left-hand side. You just click on the team name to see its channels and start participating. Sometimes you might need to join a team using a code. Someone who is already a member or an owner of the team can give you a special code. If you have one of these, look towards the bottom of your Teams list area. You should see an option like Join or Create a Team. Click on that. Then you'll see a box where you can join a team with a code. Just paste or type your code in there. Hit Join Team, and voila, you should be in. What if you want to create your very own team? On that same Join or Create a Team page, you'll also see a button that says something like Create Team. Teams will then guide you through a few steps. Section 7. The daily grind, chats, calls, and sharing stuff. Now that you know your way around and you're part of a team, or have made one, let's talk about the everyday things you'll be doing in Teams. First up, chatting. This is probably what you'll use most often for quick communication. Head over to the chat icon on the left bar. To start a new chat, look for a new chat button, often represented by a pencil or a plus icon. Click it, and then type the name of the person or people you want to chat with. As you type, Teams will suggest contacts. Once you've selected who you want to chat with, a chat window will open. At the bottom, there's a box where you can type your message. Write what you want to say, and then hit enter, or click the little paper airplane icon to send it. You can use emojis, GIFs, and stickers to make your chats more fun and expressive. Chat is great for quick questions, sharing links, or just saying hello to a colleague. Next up, video calls. Sometimes a chat isn't enough and you need to see someone face to face or share your screen. Section 8. Next level basics, channels and funky add-ons. So, you've got the hang of Teams, chats, and calls. That's brilliant. But there's a bit more to Teams that can make your life even easier. Let's talk about channels within a team. When you click on a team in your Teams list, you'll see at least one channel, usually called General. But team owners can create more channels. Think of channels as specific topics or projects within that team. For example, a marketing team might have channels for social media, website updates, and campaign planning. Using channels helps keep conversations organized. Instead of everyone talking about everything in one giant chat, you can go to the specific channel for that topic. This makes it much easier to find relevant information and discussions. You can post messages, reply to others, share files, and even have meetings specifically within a channel. Another cool thing about Teams is that you can add apps or tabs to your channels or chats. These are like little mini programs that run right inside Teams. For example, you could add a tab for a Microsoft Word document that everyone in the channel is working on. Section 9. The quick lowdown Teams essentials in a nutshell. Phew, we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? Microsoft Teams might seem like a big beast at first, but hopefully, this guide has shown you that it's actually pretty user-friendly once you know the basics. Let's just quickly run through the key things to remember. First off, Teams is your central hub for teamwork. It's for chatting with colleagues, having video meetings, and sharing files all in one place. It's used by businesses, schools, and all sorts of organizations to keep people connected and productive. Getting Teams is easy. You download it from the official Microsoft website. Remember to grab the version for your desktop, whether that's Windows or Mac. Installation is usually a breeze. Just run the installer file and follow any simple prompts. Once it's installed, you'll sign in with your Microsoft account. This is typically your work or school email address and password. Navigating Teams revolves around that trusty left-hand sidebar. The more you use it, the more comfortable you'll become. So dive in, click around, and start collaborating like a pro. You've got this.